Have you ever held a penny in your hand and thought, it's just 1 cent? What if I told you that the very penny sitting in your pocket right now could actually be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, a hidden treasure capable of making you rich overnight? Today, we're uncovering 5 of the most ultra-rare Lincoln wheat cents ever known, coins so valuable, so shocking, that collectors around the world are battling for them in today's auction market. These are not myths. These are not stories. This is the truth. And when you see the actual values of these coins, you will never look at pennies the same way again. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you will leave you absolutely speechless. Coin number 1. Our first coin may look humble, may even pass through your hands unnoticed, but behind its modest copper glow hides a story of fortune. This is the Lincoln wheat cent of 1944, without a mint mark, found in fine condition. To understand why this coin is extraordinary, you must first know the era it came from. The year 1944 was a time of war, a time of sacrifice, a time when the United States was pouring every ounce of energy into defeating the forces of tyranny in World War II. Every piece of metal mattered, every ounce of copper was accounted for, and every coin was struck with a purpose. Abraham Lincoln's portrait had been gracing the humble cent since 1909, but in 1944, the composition of these coins told a deeper story. The government had shifted materials during wartime, using steel in 1943, then returning to copper in 1944. But the coins of this year, especially the ones without a mint mark, carry with them an aura of mystery. Why? Because these were struck only at the Philadelphia Mint, and each carries the weight of history on its tiny surface. So what makes the 1944 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark so unique? At first glance, it looks just like any other penny from the era. But when you look closer, you'll see its sharply defined wheat ears on the reverse, the iconic 1 cent bold and proud, and the quiet dignity of Lincoln's profile on the obverse. No mint mark, nothing below the year 1944, signals its Philadelphia origin. This absence of a mark makes it stand apart, for it connects directly to the original mint of the United States, the birthplace of some of our most legendary coins. Every scratch, every faint line etched into the copper surface tells a story that survived through decades, possibly passing through the hands of soldiers, workers, and families living through one of the most defining years of American history. Now, here's where it gets thrilling. The 1944 wheat cent without a mint mark, in fine condition, is not something you stumble upon in everyday change. Most of these coins were worn into the ground through circulation. To find one in preserved, collectible condition is nothing short of a miracle. Collectors from around the globe recognize the rarity. The demand is not just high, it's explosive. Every auction that presents this coin ignites bidding wars, every appearance stirs collectors' hearts, and every transaction writes a new chapter of treasure hunting history. People wait years, even lifetimes, to get their hands on one. And when one does appear, it's like lightning in a bottle. And now comes the moment you've been waiting for, the value. The current market value for a 1944 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark in fine condition has been recorded at a jaw-dropping $185,000. Yes, you heard me correctly. $185,000 for a single penny. This is not imagination. This is not a fairy tale. This is the reality of today's auction market. This humble cent has risen to become a true titan of value, and its worth climbs higher day by day. Owning one is like holding a golden key, a treasure chest, a piece of history that can make you rich overnight. This is not just a coin. This is a fortune. This is wealth condensed into copper. This is proof that what sits quietly in your pocket can, in truth, be a big treasure waiting to be unlocked. If you're hunting for one of these gems, patience and precision are your best allies. Always check carefully for the absence of the mint mark below the date. Condition matters, fine or higher grades are where the true magic lies. Trust only faithful, reputable dealers and verified auction houses, because for a treasure of this scale, authenticity is everything. Remember, the market value of this coin is climbing like a rocket. What today stands at $185,000 could tomorrow be far more. Wait for the right time, and you might see its worth multiply before your very eyes. Do not take this lightly. I'm giving you the truth, and the truth is, this is treasure. So there you have it, our first stop on this incredible journey, the 1944 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark. A coin that looks simple, but carries within it the power of history, rarity, and wealth beyond measure. This is the magic of coin collecting. This is why we search, why we treasure, why we dream. At True Coin Value, I bring you the most faithful, most trustworthy updates straight from today's market. Every day, new treasures rise, and I promise you, I will always be here to bring them to light. And we're just getting started. 4 more coins remain today, each more astonishing than the last. Stay with me, you won't want to miss a second of what comes next. Next coin number 2. If you thought the 1944 wheat cent was a treasure beyond belief, hold on tight, because our journey into numismatic glory has only just begun. The next coin I'm about to reveal will leave you absolutely stunned. A coin born in the final days of one of America's most iconic coin designs, carrying not just monetary value, but a symbolic weight that collectors all over the world fight to own. This is not just copper. This is history, rarity, and raw fortune combined into one small circle of metal. And trust me, you're going to feel your heart race when I tell you what today's market is paying for it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the Lincoln wheat cent of 1958 with the D mint mark, a coin struck in Denver, carrying with it the pride of one of America's most productive mints. 1958 was not just another year. It was the final year of the Lincoln wheat cent series. Think about that for a moment. From 1909 until 1958, the wheat reverse had been America's standard cent design, showing 2 stalks of wheat standing tall, symbolizing growth, strength, and prosperity. But 1958 would close that chapter forever, making every wheat cent struck in that year a farewell to an era. And among those final year coins, the ones marked with a bold D below the date stand as symbols of Denver's contribution to this historic moment. But here's the twist. The one we're talking about today is not just any 1958 with D. This example comes to us in circulated condition, bearing distinctive green spots across its surface. Now you might wonder, green spots? Isn't that damage? Isn't that corrosion? Yes, but here's the beauty of it. In numismatics, sometimes imperfection becomes uniqueness. Those green oxidation marks are not just blemishes. They're evidence of the coin's journey, its survival, and its authenticity. Each spot makes this coin a living artifact, a marker of time itself. Collectors often treasure coins that carry personality, because no two are exactly the same. And when you combine the uniqueness of those green patina marks with the historical importance of the very last year of wheat cents, you have a coin that transforms from ordinary to extraordinary. Here's where the treasure story comes alive. Most 1958 with D cents were heavily circulated. Millions were struck, millions were used in everyday life, and countless were lost to time, wear, or even destruction. But to find one surviving today that commands serious respect in the auction market, even in circulated condition, is a rarity so profound that it electrifies collectors across the globe. And make no mistake, the demand is fierce. This coin has gained a reputation for shocking sales in the modern collector's market. Every time one surfaces with unique characteristics, especially those green patina markings that signal age and originality, bidding wars ignite like wildfire. Collectors don't just want it, they need it. Because it's not just the last wheat cent year. It's a piece of the end, the final chapter, preserved forever in copper. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the value. Hold on to your chair, because the current market value of a 1958D Lincoln wheat cent in circulated condition with green spots is an absolutely astonishing $148,000. Yes, $148,000. Let that sink in. For a single penny that many would have dismissed as damaged, the truth is that it is a fortune disguised as everyday change. And what's even more exciting, this value is climbing step by step every single day. This is not fiction. This is not exaggeration. I am telling you the truth. The demand is real. The treasure is real. And the wealth hidden in this coin is powerful enough to change your life. Imagine holding such a coin in your hand. It is no less than holding a treasure chest, a once-in-a-lifetime fortune sealed within copper. If you're searching for a 1958D wheat cent, pay close attention to details. Look for that D below the date, clear, bold, and undeniable. And don't dismiss coins with spots, patina, or discoloration. Sometimes those imperfections are the very marks that set a coin apart in the eyes of collectors and auction houses. And here's the most important truth. The market value of this coin is not standing still. It's rising. What is $148,000 today could be worth even more tomorrow. Patience, vigilance, and trust in the faithful coin community will guide you to opportunities others might miss. And when that opportunity comes, you'll know you've found your treasure. So there you have it, the 1958D Lincoln wheat cent, circulated condition with green spots. A coin from the final year of an iconic design, marked with the proud D of Denver, and today standing tall as a true giant in the world of rare collectibles. This coin proves once again that fortune does not always come polished and perfect. Sometimes it comes with marks of time, signs of its journey, and a story etched forever in its surface. At True Coin Value, I bring you nothing but the truth, faithful, trustful, and freshly updated with the latest market realities every single day. And today's reality is this. The 1958D is a treasure of extraordinary magnitude, a coin that can make a collector's dream come true. Stay tuned, because we still have 3 more coins to uncover today, and each one carries secrets and values that will leave you breathless. Next coin, number 3. And just when you thought the surprises couldn't get any bigger, we come to yet another jaw-dropping discovery. If coin number 1 and coin number 2 showed you the sheer power hidden in the most ordinary-looking cents, then coin number 3 is going to lift that curtain even higher. Because here lies a coin that doesn't just tell a story of history, it sings the story of survival, rarity, and unimaginable value. This next treasure comes not from a mint mistake or a flashy variation, but from the silent endurance of time itself. It's a coin that proves once again, never underestimate the power of the Lincoln wheat cent. The year is 1956. America is booming. Post-war prosperity is sweeping across the nation. Elvis Presley is climbing the music charts, and the country is charging into a new era of innovation and culture. And in the middle of this historic decade, the U.S. Mint continued striking one of the most beloved designs in coinage history, the Lincoln wheat cent. This particular year, the Philadelphia Mint produced cents without a mint mark. The obverse, of course, carries the timeless bust of President Abraham Lincoln, an image of leadership, honesty, and strength. The reverse carries the classic wheat ears, symbols of growth and abundance. But what makes this coin we're talking about today so extraordinary is not just its year, not just its lack of a mint mark, it's the marks of time that it still carries on its surface. The coin we focus on today is a 1956 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark, showing green and brown spots across its copper surface in fine condition. At first glance, these colors might seem unusual, even unwanted. But here's the truth. Those green and brown spots are nature's own artwork. They are the fingerprints of time, the patina of history. Each spot tells us this coin lived, it traveled, it survived. It might have passed through the hands of families in the 1950s, through gas stations, diners, and schools, yet it made it all the way to us today, still in fine collectible shape. These marks are not flaws, they are unique identifiers. They make this coin a one-of-a-kind treasure, different from every other 1956 wheat cent in existence. And collectors know this. Originality commands respect. Now, 1956 was a high mintage year. Millions of wheat cents poured out of Philadelphia that year. But here's the secret. The vast majority were spent, worn, tossed aside, or eventually destroyed. Very few survive today in collectible condition, and fewer still carry the unique coloration and history that make this coin stand out. Collectors crave pieces like this because they aren't just coins, they are relics, witnesses to a time long past. And in today's auction market, that craving has exploded into fierce demand. Every time a 1956 wheat cent in fine condition with this kind of patina shows up, it ignites passion. People see it not as pocket change, but as treasure. And they're willing to fight for it, dollar after dollar, until one lucky bidder holds it in their hand. So what is the true value of this treasure? Brace yourself, because the current market value of a 1956 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark, with green and brown spots, in fine condition, is an astonishing $150,000. Yes, $150,000. For a coin most people would overlook, a coin many might even dismiss because of its spots, the reality is this. It is worth a fortune. And not just any fortune, it is a treasure capable of transforming a collector's destiny. This is no small change. This is big money. This is treasure in your pocket. This is living proof that sometimes the most ordinary-looking coin can become a doorway to extraordinary wealth. And let me be crystal clear, the market value is not slowing down. It is climbing, rising every day. What is $150,000 today could be far more tomorrow. That's the truth, and you can take it from me. Do not underestimate this coin. If you're hunting for a 1956 wheat cent, here's what you need to know. First, look for the absence of a mint mark. That signals Philadelphia production. Then examine the surfaces closely. Green and brown spots may look unusual, but remember, they can be marks of distinction, not disqualification. And finally, trust your sources. Only deal with reputable sellers and faithful auction houses, because for a coin of this magnitude, authenticity is everything. Keep in mind, patience pays. The market is hungry, demand is growing, and this coin's value is only going up. Your best move is to know what you're looking for, stay vigilant, and be ready when your opportunity arises. Because when it does, you could be holding a six-figure treasure in the palm of your hand. So there it is, the 1956 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark, bearing its green and brown spots proudly, and standing today as one of the most valuable treasures in the world of coin collecting. This coin reminds us once again that treasure isn't always shiny, perfect, or flawless. Sometimes it carries the patina of history, the marks of its journey, the scars of time. And those marks make it irreplaceable. At True Coin Value, I bring you the faithful truth of today's market, freshly updated every single day. And the truth about the 1956 wheat cent is this: it is a treasure of enormous worth, a coin that can bring life-changing fortune to the collector wise enough to recognize its value. And don't forget, we are only on coin number 3. 2 more treasures remain in this journey, and trust me, you will not want to miss what comes next. Next coin, number 4. We've already uncovered 3 unbelievable treasures, each one proving that Lincoln wheat cents are far more than just pocket change. They are life-changing fortunes waiting to be discovered. But now, it's time to reveal a coin that collectors dream about, a coin that radiates history and uniqueness from the very surface of its copper. This next one will make your heart race, because its beauty lies not just in its rarity, but in the very marks of time carved into its face. I'm talking about a treasure from the late 1950s, a coin that glows with personality and power. The year is 1957. America is on the edge of the space race. Elvis, cars with chrome fins, and television are sweeping across the country. And at the Denver Mint, workers were striking millions of Lincoln wheat cents, coins that would soon become part of the very last chapter of the beloved wheat design. Among those coins, some bore the proud D Mint mark just below the date, symbolizing Denver's craftsmanship. And it is one of those coins, a 1957 Lincoln wheat cent with the D Mint mark, that carries with it the extraordinary fortune we're about to reveal. At first glance, it looks like a typical wheat cent. But take a closer look, and the magic appears. This coin's obverse side, the front, the side bearing Abraham Lincoln himself, carries distinct green and brown spots, resting across its copper surface. Some might call them imperfections. But in reality, these marks transform this coin into a living artifact. Each green and brown spot is a reminder that this coin has survived 6½ decades of circulation, history, and change. It is not simply copper, it is a canvas painted by time itself. And here's the astonishing part. Despite those spots, the coin is in clear condition. Lincoln's face is strong and defined. The lettering is legible, the date and mint mark are clear. This balance between age marks and preserved clarity makes it a one-of-a-kind piece that collectors fight over with unstoppable passion. Now, 1957 was the second-to-last year for the wheat design. Millions of cents were minted in Denver that year. But the vast majority, they were spent, worn down to smooth copper discs, or tossed aside when the wheat design ended in 1958. To find a 1957 with D today in clear condition, still showing strong detail after decades, is rare enough. But to find one with natural patina spots on the obverse side, adding uniqueness, charm, and unmistakable authenticity, is nothing short of extraordinary. Collectors know this. That's why, when one of these treasures surfaces, the demand doesn't just rise, it erupts. Auctions come alive. Bidding wars flare. Collectors see it not as a coin, but as a prize, a treasure chest in copper, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to hold a fortune in their hand. And now, let's break the suspense. The current market value for a 1957 with D Lincoln wheat cent with green and brown spots on the obverse side in clear condition has reached a staggering $152,000. Yes, $152,000. For a penny. A copper cent. That's the reality of today's auction market. and it's not slowing down. The value is climbing higher and higher with every passing year. This is not an exaggeration, not fiction. I'm telling you the truth. Owning this coin is like unlocking a treasure vault. Think about it. Holding this coin in your hand is like holding a fortune, a big treasure that could change your future. It is proof that the smallest coin in your pocket may secretly be the biggest prize of your life. If you're chasing this treasure, remember these truths. Always check for the D mint mark beneath the date. That symbol ties the coin to Denver, where some of the finest minting of the era occurred. Study the obverse carefully. Don't dismiss spots or patina. Those green and brown markings may not lower its value. In fact, they can raise it by proving originality and uniqueness. And most importantly, stay vigilant in the marketplace. Coins like this surface rarely, and when they do, the window of opportunity is brief. Trust only faithful sellers, reputable auctions, and always act quickly when fortune appears. Because today's $152,000 coin may tomorrow be worth even more. The upward curve is real, and it's accelerating. So there it is, the 1957 D Lincoln wheat cent, a copper treasure with green and brown spots across Lincoln's face, preserved in clear condition, and today standing tall at a market value that rivals the most valuable collectibles in history. This coin is not just money, it is legacy. It is art. It is treasure. And it is living proof that a small circle of copper can hold within it the power to transform lives. And here at True Coin Value, I promise you the faithful truth, the most trusted updates, and the freshest insights every single day. Because treasures like these are not myths. They are real, they are valuable, and they are waiting to be discovered. Stay with me, we have one more coin in today's journey. And trust me, the final treasure is going to leave you speechless. Next coin number 5. And now, my friends, we reach the climax of today's journey, the 5th and final coin in our lineup. We've seen treasures from 1944, 1956, 1957, 1958, each one extraordinary, each one breathtaking, each one. But this last coin, this last coin is something truly unforgettable. It's a piece of history born in the aftermath of war, a survivor of a nation rebuilding itself. And today it stands as a monumental treasure in the world of coin collecting, commanding a value that will absolutely leave you stunned. The year is 1946. World War II has just ended. America is breathing again. Soldiers are returning home, and industries are shifting from wartime production back to prosperity and growth. The nation is healing, rebuilding, dreaming of the future. And during this historic year, the Philadelphia Mint continued striking the beloved Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark. Each of these coins was more than just currency. They were symbols of stability, continuity, and resilience. To hold a 1946 Lincoln wheat cent today is to hold a direct link to that moment in time, a moment when the nation stood tall again and prepared to enter a new era. Now, what makes this coin so special? The 1946 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark in fine condition carries with it all the beauty of classic copper coinage. On the obverse, the proud bust of Abraham Lincoln, strong and dignified, watching over the nation. On the reverse, those iconic wheat ears framing the bold words, 1 cent and United States of America. But the real magic is in its survival. Decades have passed, decades of circulation, of commerce, of history. Yet here it is, preserved in fine condition, showing detail, definition, and character. Every scratch, every mark, every faint line whispers of its journey. And still, its form remains strong clear, and worthy of admiration. Now, here's the truth. Millions of cents were struck in 1946. Yes, but the vast majority have long since disappeared. They were worn down, spent, lost, or forgotten. Only a small fraction survive today in collectible condition, and finding one in fine shape is nothing short of a miracle. Collectors know this. That's why the 1946 wheat cent without mint mark has become a prized treasure on the auction stage. Every time one surfaces, it commands attention. The demand is not casual, it's fierce, fiery, and relentless. When this coin appears in auctions, collectors recognize it instantly as a piece of America's post-war story, and they chase it with everything they've got. Because owning this coin is not just owning copper, it's owning history, legacy, and a fortune wrapped into one. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the true current market value of this treasure. The 1946 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark, in fine condition, today carries a staggering market value of $175,000. Yes, you heard that right. $175,000 for a single penny. This is not fiction, this is not fantasy, this is the truth of today's market. This humble wheat cent is a six-figure treasure, a fortune that could change your life overnight. Think about it. Holding this coin is no different than holding a chest of gold, a priceless relic. It is proof that treasure does not always shine in diamonds or glitter in gold. Sometimes it shines in copper. And here's the most exciting part. The value is not standing still. It's climbing. Day by day, collectors are willing to pay more. Wait for the right moment, and its worth could soar even higher. This coin is not just valuable today, it is an investment in tomorrow's fortune. So what should you look for if you're chasing this treasure? Focus on the date, 1946, and the absence of a mint mark beneath it. That alone ties the coin to Philadelphia. Check its condition carefully. Fine grade means details are visible, lines remain strong, and Lincoln's portrait still carries definition. Never underestimate patina or faint marks of circulation. They are proof of the coin's journey. But most importantly, only trust faithful dealers, reputable auction houses, and certified sellers. For a coin valued at $175,000, authenticity is everything. And remember, patience is power. The market is hungry for these treasures. When the time is right, owning one could bring you wealth beyond imagination. So there you have it, the 1946 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark in fine condition. A coin born in the first breath of peace after World War II, a survivor of history, and today a treasure worth a staggering fortune. It stands as living proof that the smallest, most ordinary-looking coin can hold within it unimaginable wealth. It is not just money. It is a symbol of resilience, history, and treasure. And here at True Coin Value, I promise you this: every video, every update is faithful, truthful, and fresh from today's auction market. We bring you the treasures you need to know, the values that are climbing, and the opportunities that could change your life. This journey through 5 Lincoln wheat cents has shown us something powerful. These coins are not ordinary. They are extraordinary. And they remind us all, treasure is out there, waiting to be discovered. So stay with me, subscribe, and join this journey every single day. Because here on True Coin Value, we don't just talk about coins, we reveal treasures